Yeah. I mean, if there's anything you take from today's SurgiSnack, is I hope you take a little bit of potential homework. So here's some things I think practice can do that's relatively lightweight, no more than 1 or 2 hours, just to see, hey, do I actually have some issues here in my process that are worth actually pinning down and try to fix? So the first one you just mentioned, FTE costs, relatively easy exercise. Figure out how many FTEs you have today dedicated to surgical coordination between the schedulers themselves, pre-start team, maybe patient financials or customer sat, or parts of your billing team. If you add those folks up and just look at the FTE, the salary burden of those people, I think most practices don't put that whole P&L together as one and look at it to see, am I getting enough out of what I spend on this? Because it's often a pretty large number. So that's one that is relatively easy to do. A second thing that I think is really worth looking into is, going back to that assumption around reschedules. Uh, it can be hard in modern systems to kind of really track the exact reschedule rate. So here's an idea you could use if you have an ASC. Um, you can work with your ASC manager to look at the last 2, 3, 4 months of data and just pull out all the cancellations that happen. It's usually pretty easy to get that data. And if, a standard ASC, maybe 2, 3, 4 operating rooms, you're talking about maybe 100 canceled cases over that period of time. It's not a big exercise to go through those and just check how many of those patients actually got rescheduled. Uh, we find that that data is very surprising to practices. Like, it can be lower than 50%. If you take that to your doctors or you take that to other folks in your management team, I'm pretty sure that you all agree, like, that's not good and you want to try to fix that. So it's kind of a way to identify, like, hey, there's some real opportunity here for my business.